Hello. So I just did this video where I was talking about the importance of taking breaks and how it's one of those things that I've heard about, kind of understood conceptually, but I'm finally learning firsthand and learning the real value of it and the real consequences of it if you don't heed the advice. I'm also realizing that I shot that video this way. So, probably won't look great, but that's all right. Um, what I wanted to get to in connection with that last video was the link between taking breaks, resetting, and getting into the zone or into flow. Or yeah, it's usually how it's referred to. Getting focused, basically, getting into a focused state, an optimal state of consciousness to focus on whatever you're doing and do it well. And so I guess more than anything, I'm just sharing that I'm interested in that, in part because it is. I think it's a question I've had on my mind for a while, and it's part of the reason why I wasn't more willing to take breaks and willing to rest. Um, we have a sense sometimes when we need to do something, or we feel like we need to do something, or we're trying to do something. We get this sense of like, I can't do this, or rather, I can't take a break, I can't sleep, I can't whatever, I can't take a vacation, I can't whatever the deal is, until I finish this thing. And it's really troublesome because what ends up happening is we end up just burning ourselves out and we become less and less effective, and we just get more and more stressed. And so it's like our workload goes like this, but our effectiveness goes like this. And so things that shouldn't be that difficult become very difficult for us. So for me, I think for some time I was trying to get. I felt like, I need to get into that focused flow state, and I'd get distracted, probably because I wasn't actually taking care of myself as well as I should have, and I wasn't really giving myself rest and wasn't really taking breaks and sorting out what had already happened. What information my mind had already taken in and making sense of it. I was making poor sense of it, in other words, and expecting myself to continue forward. So I think I had this kind of unconscious idea that I had this, I would say, unconscious idea that if I took a break, I wasn't going to get into the zone, into that focused state. I wasn't going to get into a focused state, basically, that's all. Or I would be breaking it. And so it's interesting because it seems to me at this point that it's very clear that you need proper rest and self-care to get into an optimal state. That seems obvious, really. Like all great performers do that and talk about that. And there's times where you might not need the same maintenance, but usually as we age or as we face new challenges in life, or as we end up taking more things on or stressful situations and events on, we need to reset. And we end up having to change our routine a bit and take more time to rest and reset, to be optimal and to get into the right zone. So that's all. I'm just putting it out there because it's interesting to me, and I'm realizing how much force I've been trying to use and how it hasn't worked, rather than really empowering myself in this way and taking breaks whenever I don't reasonably feel like I can get into that zone. Yeah, so it seems to be a very important link up So this is something I'll probably be looking into further, both looking externally at research and also considering it and contemplating on it myself and in my own life experience. But there seems to be a significant link between taking the rest that's really necessary for us and getting into optimal states of consciousness and focused states of consciousness. So that's about all I have to say. If you have anything to say, life experience or lessons to share, post them below. That's it. Wish you the best.